Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Rogue. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. She wants to sit on the pillows behind me, don't you? No, it's okay. You can do that later. So, the last few days have been, for lack of a better phrase, a comedy of errors. So we got a call that somebody wanted to view our house. Yay! They wanted to see it at 10:15 in the morning on Sunday. Not so yay, but okay. You know, getting ready to view the house, you have to make sure everything's perfect, right? You don't have anything out of place, all that. You gotta go and do all that stuff. And that's fine, you know, that's the name of the game. And we all left the house. My son gave me a call and he goes, it was a photo finish as I was leaving it's a gated community. As I was leaving the gate, they were coming in. And I was like, yay. We got a phone call a few minutes later, not long. They couldn't view the house after all because I think it was a woman, I don't know, whoever wanted to view the house was allergic to pets. They didn't say dog or cat, I don't know. Now, our living room is like, there's nothing in there. There's no soft furniture in there. And the floor has been really super cleaned. So yeah, I can see where maybe there might be some pet dander floating around, but they had to leave. Apparently it was bad. And don't get me wrong, our house is, we've swept, we've mopped, we've dusted, we've, you know, done all those things that you're supposed to do, but we were thinking about that and going, if they're that allergic to pets, when you think about the number of Americans that have pets, how are you going to view any houses? You know? I don't know. And this is speaking as someone who is allergic to everything. I am allergic to all the grasses that grow here, a lot of the trees that grow here, both sages, both dust mites. I mean, I have so many environmental allergies, it's not even funny, and cats and dogs. But I am unwilling for these things to rule my life. So after talking with my allergist, they made a little formula for me, and I was taking allergy shots for some time until the insurance decided I didn't need them. Anyway, I've discovered that I don't put cats is worse than dogs, but our cats don't go outside, so their dander is not as bad. I don't put my face on them. And, you know, just things that I've used. But since I'm allergic to all of outside, if I worried about what I was allergic to, I would hide in the house and never go anywhere. And I'm not dissing this poor soul that had an allergic reaction after walking in our house, but I was like, maybe new construction would be a better selection for this person. I don't know. But there was that. And so today I had an appointment this morning. And I got up early and I thought, okay, I'll film my video before I go. But I don't know, I just couldn't get things together. I just couldn't, you know. And my son said, why don't you go and get us breakfast? I'm like, you paying? Okay. You know, and so I said, nah, I'll film the video later. So I had a second appointment, which in my calendar was at 12:30, but I got there and they said, no, it's 2:30. So I drove home thinking I would do the video and then head back for my appointment. This place isn't close, but you know, you do what you need to do. So I was trying to gather things together to get ready to do my video, and I swear every gardener in the city was out there leaf blowing. It was so loud. I was like, nobody's ever going to be able to hear that. So I go to this second appointment, and it's at a neurologist, and they didn't tell me they were going to put goo in my hair. So here I am. It's already 4:30, and I'm finally sitting down to do this, and I like to do it in the morning. But I don't have that much to show you, so it shouldn't take that long. Now, I can't remember what the state of my first WIPGO call for September, CrossStitchingForFun Art Deco Spring. I can't remember at what stage I had it when you saw it last week, because I don't remember what day I was working on it. So I put the little feet on. This bug is done except for the little feet. And I started this flower that's this one right here. Although, look at it now, it looks too close. Okay, something is wrong here. Dadgummit. No, I have it right. Okay, so I had this wrong. So I had to take it all out, and I started putting it back in. And of course, once you take it out, the threads are shorter, you know, because you have to cut, you know, I had already snipped the ends off. So I just decided that's going to have to wait for next time. But there we are. And I apologize if I showed that to you last week, but I couldn't remember. This week's WIPGO, this second WIPGO, is Twin Peak Primatives Christmas Lantern. I absolutely fell in love with this. That wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted something patriotic, and I chose it and I stitched it. But I saw this, I bought it in June or late May, 2 summers ago. Still not done. Part of the problem is the fabric. I always choose the wrong fabric for everything. I realized I'm missing something. But I put it on this DMC 14 count sparkly fabric, and I love the fabric, but the white doesn't show up very well. But I've gotten quite a bit done this time. This flower was barely there. It had some stuff, you know, but that flower is finished. And now I'm to the point where I get to put the berries on there. Now, these cream colors look a lot deeper than here, but I love, now, so what I did, because the white was so hard to see, is I went ahead and backstitched it with one of the darker interior colors. I'm not quite done backstitching this flower, but I only have one more flower. It's a doozy of a flower. And then all of those berries and plants. That's not to say that I'm anywhere close to being done with it, but man, I'd love to have this done. I think it's going to be just a stunning Christmas piece. But in order for it to be done, I need to quit making mistakes. So I have this pattern on Pattern Keeper, and I guess I had it set a way that wasn't working for me. And so when I switched off of the white, it switched to the white background, and I couldn't see where it was to count to the next color. I finally got that, I thought I had said all those things before, but I said it differently, and it's easier to see. Not easy, but easier to see. And so I should be able to finish those white flowers. But I'm kind of excited about doing some other color that isn't impossible to see. So I might go ahead and do the berries and the branches for the rest of the month. I'm really enjoying working on that. Not that I didn't enjoy CrossStitchingForFun's spring thing, because I like that too, but I kept counting things wrong. I think I had my mind too filled with other things, and I'd go to pick it up and just, Anyway, I realized that one of my temperature charts is not where it belongs, over here beside me. So Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts 2023 temperature cell. I am almost done with this. I am so excited. I made an error, which was pointed out to me by my sister on Saturday when we did our video. She's like, "Is this right?" I'm like, "Oh, no. Fortunately, it wasn't that much tendu. It was on the border." But I finished all of the flowers, and I'm just working the border all the way around over here, and it will be done. I absolutely love it. Just absolutely love it. Now, I had talked briefly about putting some kind of color key on this, and I don't want to take away from the beautiful pattern, but I think I will put that color key like on the back or something like that. I'm going to frame it. I don't normally frame my my cross stitch pieces. Just I frame art because normally art is already on something stiff that will go in the frame, and you can't turn a canvas into a pillow unless you use canvas that's not already stretched on something. And why would you? But with my cross stitch pieces, I like thinking of other ways to have them around the house, especially if it's a seasonal piece, where you can enjoy it around you, not necessarily on the wall. There's nothing wrong with a cross stitch piece being on the wall. I'm not talking about that. But just I like having them, you know, on the counters and pillows, and you know, I like having them around. So, but this one, I think that one needs a frame, and I can't wait to go pick one out. And I might actually get a custom frame. I'm not saying I'll have them frame it. I used to work at a store, a craft store in Florida, and I used to help out in the framing department all the time. And I know how to cut mats and all that. It's too hard. But you know, to pick out a frame that'll look good with it. There's a art store that's in town that has tons and tons of frames, and the prices are pretty darn good. I might go there. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. There's no point in my framing it now. I don't have any way to, I don't have my tools. I don't have, you know, if I paid for somebody to do it, then I could do it. But anyway. Okay, so lastly, Stitchin' Mommy's temperature turtles. So we had a record of over 100 days of, we had a record number of days over 100 degrees, and even that over, you know, higher. Last year we had a more intense summer, but it didn't last as long. It was just basically July. This year it got hot in May, and it continued through September, as evidenced by my turtles. And I was real happy because this last week we had, you know, cooler days, 97, you know, like that. The rest of this week is supposed to be over 100 again. I don't know why I like living here, but I do. But here we are, and you can see that June, July, and August were very hot, and the beginning part of September, and then it cooled down quite a bit, and I was like, yay, we're gonna have fall. You know. And my turtle's missing a tail. One of the first things I do is the tail, you know, I count over like that. But I did some kind of counting error, and when I came back up for the ends to meet here, it was off. I was like, so I counted it and recounted because I didn't know how far I'd have to go back. Fortunately, it was just day one, and so I just undid day one and did it right. But I had to take the tail off because technically this turtle is one stitch further that way than it should be. Now, it wasn't to begin with, but now it is because of that error. But that's better than undoing the entire turtle. So I'm very sad that it's getting hot again, because it's unpleasant to be outside. Except I'm happy because I might be able to swim longer. I went to get in the pool yesterday, and it had just gotten up to just barely 100 degrees. And I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. It is way too cold. So I couldn't yesterday because, like I said, they put goop in my hair, and I was like, it was all stiff and sticking up everywhere. Like, glad I didn't have anything other than this that I really needed to do this afternoon. If I were working and had to go out to do this test and then come back, yeah. Anyway, that is everything. Rogue likes it when we have viewings of the house, because if we stop at Dutch, she gets a pup cup, and a couple of other places have given her stuff. She recognizes the Dutch building. People in other parts of the country that don't have Dutch Brothers, that's it's like Starbucks, only they have quite a few more drinks, a large variety of drinks that you can get that are sugar-free. So we really like it, but it's really it's not good for the wallet. Anyway, that's everything. And hopefully, I have 2 appointments close together again next week. Hopefully I can get the video done before I leave in the morning. So I will see you again next week. I hope you are having a better counting time than I am. And happy stitching. Bye.